Hello! It's Saturday of the second week in Easter, and our reading today is out of 1 John chapter 3, verses 11 to 18. Now here John sets out some important principles with regard to love and hate. The biggest principle is that hate is incompatible with us in Christ. Now, we shouldn't be surprised that the world and that world system hates us. Jesus, in fact, told John himself in the upper room that would be the case. He's just passing that information on to us again. That the world will hate us because the love that we have is incompatible with the world system. And in fact, John says this is how we know that we've come into Christ. This is how we know that we are in the light, because we love the brethren. We love our brothers in Christ. And in fact, if we hate the brethren, then we can't be in Christ. It's simply incompatible with the Christian life to hate other people, to hate those who are our brothers and sisters in Christ. So it's a key litmus test, you might say, as to the genuineness of our faith, our love for one another. And that's very important. But John takes it a step further. And John says that if we have something that our brother needs, how can we shut up our heart, close our heart toward the need of our brother? That we have an obligation to take care of the needs of our brethren. And I know many people, particularly in the West, particularly in America, who want to say, well, it's my property, it's mine, and no one should be able to take it from me to take care of somebody else. And that's true. No one else should take your property forcibly from you to take care of someone else. But you have a command in Christ, not a preference, not an option, but a command in Christ through the Apostle John writing this letter to take care of the needs of the brethren. That in fact, if you have and can take care of the needs of your brother and you don't, then that's not a very good indication of your walk with Christ. In fact, it's very close to what John is talking about here with hating your brother. That your obligation to love your brother, your obligation to love your brother is very extensive. In fact, that we should lay down our lives for our brethren. And if we're not willing to do that, if we're not willing to take of our material possessions for our brethren and take care of them, then it's an indication of hate in our heart, which is incompatible with Christ. Remember, with John in this epistle, there's no neutrality, there's no apathy, there's no ground between love and hate. We're doing one or the other. And John is setting out some very serious grounds against which our love has to be measured. So I want to encourage you to love the brethren to the fullest that you're required to do by God, and so fulfill that love of Christ that is in you. Walk in the light. I encourage you with that today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.